comes the Canadian native now living out of Nashville, Tennessee, coming to the ring, and although not visible to the naked eye, there has been a black cloud over this gentleman's head for every moment thus far of 2010, pretty much. From the beginning of the year, all the way up to his most recent trials and tribulations with Kevin Nash, up to last week on this very program where he took just a hellacious fall from the top rope to the floor, landing on his forehead. You could say this man's not right for a number of reasons. And on the flip side, his opponent in this TNA Xplosion matchup has had a very good 2010 so far this year. He is the very dangerous Suicide, and since returning from a very successful tour of Japan and the launch of the brand new TNA action figures, he has come back reinvigorated, refocused, and looks to compete for the rankings here in TNA Wrestling.
So it's been tough, as you were saying, Eric Young. I mean, he's more or less, he's out of friends. He's got nothing going right. It's everything just like a black cloud over his head.
He almost just kind of looks a little bit
Destroyed.
yeah, a little bewildered at this whole situation. Kevin Nash, former World Tag Team Champions. These two were on top of the mountain here in TNA Wrestling as far as the tag team wrestling goes. And then just like that, he could turn on a dime, Taz.
No.
Now he's a man without a partner and no World Tag Team Championship belts.
Life's full of turns, and sometimes you got to put it in park, JB. You know what that means, but
sounded good to me. Leapfrog, there goes Suicide.
Oh, nice arm drag. Look at that. Eric Young. Listen, you don't need to have friends to win matches. You know, so I mean, Suicide, he might not have many friends. The guy walks around with a mask.
Well, certainly after 2010 and the start this far, I mean, I actually have a list here of things that have happened to Eric Young in 2010. Lost the Global Championship in Cardiff, Wales.
Oh, might have just lost some teeth right there in the impact zone, wherever we are.
The World Elite disbanded. Kevin Nash no longer with him.
Yep.
Among other things, girlfriend left him.
It's some list. Two things, and you go among other things. All right. All right, now, Suicide is one step ahead. Going for a cover. Well, you don't have a lot of friends. Maybe you should befriend Eric.
Well, we do hang out, actually.
Well, that explains the black cloud.
Not been a good 2010, as I said before. Here he comes, Suicide coming in. Met with a shoulder by Eric Young, who ducks under.
Well, you know, Eric Young, he can bring the physicality, that's for sure. Loaded with credibility in there, might get the victory here.
And despite his size, Eric Young deceptively quick. He has a lot of power. There's no question about that.
What does that mean, despite his size? What does that mean?
Well, he's usually, you know, you see the high flyers, usually smaller in stature, but Eric Young really...
He's put together. He's thick, man.
He's huge, and certainly shows no sign of slowing down or letting that get in his way. There's a big elbow.
Talk about huge. That was a huge running back elbow. Dropping Suicide.
And we would like to thank our viewers watching from around the globe. We're hearing from fans in Australia, fans in the United Kingdom. Thank you so much for making this program already a huge success. Our new and improved Xplosion. Eric Young going for the 2 count. And not enough to get the win over the former X Division champion, Suicide.
That's what you want to do. You know, you want to try to ground Suicide. Everybody knows that Suicide has he's a high flyer, throws caution to the wind, just takes caution, just throws it right at the wind. So you want to ground him.
Suicide tried to bust out of this with some right elbows into the ropes now. Ducks the clothesline. Eric Young delivers.
I think he might have ducked the elbow and nailed the clothesline. And there's a cover. You've been drinking.
Same stuff you have for years. Here we go. Eric Young now picks up Suicide. There's a power. There's the strength. Drops him right on his back with the knee.
Well, it's, you know, see JB, Eric Young going for quick covers. Hits a move, cover. Hits a move, cover. You know, he's not getting the win, but he's forcing Suicide to exert more energy.
And you can definitely see the fact that Eric Young has been able to wrestle, has found himself among the ranks of the elite in this business. He has learned a lot. He has improved consistently over the years. Eric Young, will it be enough to get Suicide where he wants him? We're going to find out when we come back here on Xplosion. Welcome back. This is TNA Xplosion action right here. Eric Young taking on Suicide. And yet to come, it's going to be Orlando Jordan versus Homicide one-on-one.
And in that match coming up with Orlando and Homicide, I mean, I had a conversation with today with Homicide. He has a slight pulled groin, so that could be... Wait, whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh, I thought Eric Young was going to get it there. So Orlando might have an advantage because Homicide's coming in sting with his groin pulled.
That match, that injury happened in Brooklyn, New York, your hometown.
Yes, my hometown. Yeah, I was, yeah, it's my hometown. Well, anyway, Eric Young, now again, got Suicide exactly where he needs to have him. Like, I thought Suicide brought his knees up.
Didn't quite connect completely there, but went for the cover. Regardless, 2 count, not enough. Slick Johnson, third man in on this TNA Xplosion action. Want to remind all of our fans to log on to TNAWrestling.com 24/7. All the latest news, all the latest information, great videos. TNA Today, Monday through Friday. A lot of stuff for our international fans all around the world.
You know, we talked about Eric Young not having many friends, and everyone left him. I know for a fact our referee, Slick Johnson, he has no friends. I know that. Oof. You hear that?
A thud. Just drops Eric Young.
Does my microphone not connect to your headphone that you react to nothing I'm saying? I'm just curious.
Does Slick Johnson look like he has a lot of friends?
No. And Suicide looks like he's not getting up anytime soon. Eric gets the cover. He's going to get the win.
Eric Young to his feet now. And Suicide looks like he is out.
I'm telling you, he's not moving. Eric, if he's able to cover... Wait a minute. Oh!
Suicide comes alive with some right hands. Here comes another big elbow. Clothesline takes down Eric Young.
Yeah, right now, momentum's on the side of Suicide. Man of mystery signaling where he's going. We talked about the high-risk abilities of Suicide. Man, look how far away Eric is.
Look at the distance. Diving headbutt. Not enough.
Well, Eric Young showing a lot of intestinal fortitude there. Had the ability to kick out of that huge diving headbutt.
And these two very evenly matched thus far. Now, Eric Young taking it to the top rope. High-risk maneuver. And this time connects.
Oh, man.
Huge elbow drop.
It's got to be it. Oh, wow. Suicide got drilled with that top rope elbow by EY. Not enough.
It worked for him once. He's going to try it again now. To the top.
Woo, woo, woo. Ooh. See the quickness of Suicide there, JB? How quick he got. Oh my
God. Are you kidding me? The thud.
Or splat.
Eric Young taking a face-first drop, double drop kick now into the turnbuckle. And from that fall into the drop kick, into the cover. And that's enough. Suicide gets the win.
They might want to check on Eric Young. He's just splatted on the flat on the floor. Hear that sound. This thing could have went either way, JB, but Suicide gets the win.
Well, that was an unbelievable matchup here on Xplosion. More great action yet to come. Suicide gets the win.